Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for AA, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You're also one of my students at California State University, San Bernardino. You're in the English language program, and you completed independent writing practice test number 34. And I'm going to go over your response right now. So the question here is, describe a custom from your country that you'd like other countries to adopt. Explain your choice. So you have the argument is, you would like, based on what you're arguing here, you would like to separate schools for each gender. This is a custom that you want other countries to adopt, right? So you say in your thesis, if they adapted this, you have costumes. You want to say not costumes, but this custom. It would improve it more, especially for teenagers. Having separated schools can be beneficial for students to have more focus, and you want to say here fewer distractions. You want to say more privacy and appropriate morals. So you have a 3-point thesis. You develop your ideas in paragraphs 2, 3, and 4. You also give some examples to help express your ideas. Now, so there's a fairly clear organization now. The one thing that you can probably improve on is your sentence style, your word choice, and also your punctuation. So let me try to illustrate some of these problems in the different paragraphs. So let's just take a look at one issue in each paragraph. So in the first paragraph, again, you're using your computer to do spell check, but your computer is changing it to a different word that doesn't fit into the context. You say, if they adapted this, you want to say custom, C-U-S-T-U-M, not costumes. Then you say it would improve it even more, especially for teenagers. Now, the problem here is also, is in that sentence, the United States of America has a great and strong education system. You want to put a period after that to avoid what's called a comma splice. You might want to write this down. This is a recurring problem in your writing. Go to Google and type in the word comma splice. See if you can figure out what it is and how you can repair that particular problem in writing. All right, let's go to paragraph 2. So you say when teenagers are studying in the same environment, it could cause or it will cause distraction. But you're kind of stating a fact there. You want to make more of an argument. You might say this. You might say, first of all, the custom of separating the genders in school is beneficial because it causes fewer distractions. That's the kind of topic sentence that you want because it directly connects back to your thesis, and it's also more of an argument. Now, in this case, you have another sentence structure error where you say, in this age, girls try to attract boys. Then you put a comma, say, as a result, they would spend most of their time dressing up instead of studying. So after the word boys, you want to put a semicolon or a period. After result, you want to put a comma there. Right? And that would solve that comma splice in that paragraph. Now, another problem with this paragraph, you say, if a boy has a crash on a girl, you want to say if a boy has a crush on a girl. So you want to spell that C-R-U-S-H. Now again, be careful. Your spell check will ask you, when you're spell checking something, it'll give you a choice among a few words, right? You want to make sure you choose the word that best fits. So crash has a different meaning than the word crush. So by choosing the wrong word, it kind of interferes a little bit in your ability to communicate. All right, let's go to your next paragraph. You say second, having isolated schools will give more privacy for both genders. Now this is pretty good. This particular topic sentence, it ties back to the thesis, it's argumentative, it gives the paragraph a purpose. Again, let's take a look at the second sentence. You say, there is some subject that could be sensitive for girls. They might be uncomfortable to discuss while boys are around. In this case, you want to put a period after the word girls and then begin your new sentence. That way you avoid, again, that comma splice. Your next paragraph, you say the last point is the moral side. That's probably not enough there because that doesn't directly tie into your thesis. You might say the last benefit of separating genders in schools is the morals. Something like that. And that's going to more directly connect back, I think, to your thesis. So that would be my recommendation there. And probably this paragraph is a little bit undeveloped, so you can probably try to give an example. They're not mature enough to start having relationships at this age. And nowadays we hear a lot of teen girls, you want to say we hear a lot of teen girls getting pregnant there, not get. So change the word get to getting. Your final paragraph, you say at the end, I would probably say to sum up or in conclusion or in the end, as opposed to at the end. You have the customs that I like each country to have, or the customs. I got it. So you don't have a main verb here. So you want to say the customs that I would like each country to have are independent schools for boys and others for girls. So you want to make sure you put a verb in there. Remember, the main part of the sentence has to have a subject and a verb in there. You say even there are some advantages, there are more advantages when they're separated, such as, so you restate your key points. Okay, now let's take a look at your score here. Because of just the sheer number of problems with your sentence structure, and particularly comma splices, and remember that you can solve this error. Again, go to Google, type in the keywords comma splices, or how to repair, how to edit comma splices in writing. Those keywords should give you that information, but you need to review how to create a sentence. You don't really have control of that. So you had some word choice issues, you had some problems with your sentence structure, you also had problems with punctuation, but you were fairly organized and you did get some development of ideas there, which I think is strong. I'm going to put you right now at about 2.5 out of 5. That'll put you at 18 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Now, for the purposes of our class, 2.75 is going to give you a score of 73% on this. So I think that in order to score higher on the final writing exam in this class, you want to try to solve problems with your sentence structure and also with punctuation. So I do have some suggestions of some lessons that you can focus on that will help you improve. So first of all, let's talk about grammar. Actually, if we go to here's what I'd recommend right now. Take a look at grammar lessons number 2, 3, and 4. I think those are going to be important for you to help you solve some of the problems you're having. Also, you can go to grammar lesson number 7. Once you go there, go to the grammar exercises, focus on sentence style. And particularly under sentence style, pay attention to fragments, run-ons, and comma splices. That would be some really good practice for you. Also, you can take a look at It's My Speaking lesson number 7. It'll give you some tips on how to make your speaking and your writing more organized. So I think if you review those lessons and you can learn from that, I think you can make some improvements in your writing when you get to the final exam. Now, I also recommend keep studying in the vocabulary lesson number 3. This will help you. So when you see the word crush versus crash, you'll know that one one word is different from the other. But take a look at vocabulary lesson 3. It'll take a few weeks to go through that. There's about 200 basic words there. It'll be a good idea for you to learn those words. All right, anyway, thank you very much for completing